Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I've got some exciting news to tell you. That is, I have a special interview with Macy Williams. Hello, Macy. Macy, do you want to talk about your movie, New Mutants? Macy, where are you going? Macy, come back. Macy! Is this because I told you I'd never seen Game of Thrones? I'm sorry. There's just so much of it. It's too much. Looks like I'm going to have to be doing this solo. New Mutants. Hello everybody and welcome to Thoughts and Opinions on the film New Mutants. So New Mutant starts off with this young girl and suddenly one of the nights there's this big explosion that happens out of the house. She enters the woods and then she just runs away from it, and the next minute she knows she is in a psychiatric ward. And yeah, that's the start of the story, because I'm not going to go anywhere else into the story because, oh boy, this film is definitely something. So the movie is, yes, it is flawed. That what a lot of people are saying about it. There's flaws into it. There's laziness into it. It's been very mismatch of horror / superheroes, and that's fine of a concept of having, hey, let's have horror, let's have superheroes, and let's mash them together. Now here's the thing about that: you've got to mash it in together and make it one. What it felt like to me was like, okay, let's just chuck it together. No, you don't do that. You have to blend it in together. No, there you go, because that's lazy and people get confused. It is more leaning on the superhero side than horror, because when you see the first trailer that came out in 2017, no less, it was advertised as a horror movie, and I thought, nope, I'm not watching that, And then later on it became sort of like, oh no, we're making it less horror, it's going to be about superheroes, and it just got so mishmash up. Also the Fox Disney deal, and Disney looked at the very serious stuff with Fox, with like R-rated content and stuff like that, and go, we do family friendly, not this stuff, how dare you. It also had a lot of post-production problems, because there's meant to be reshoots, and the reshoots apparently are not in this film, but there still are reshoots apparently. I generally don't know about that. What I can figure this is that you got Jojo Rabbit. Jojo Rabbit is one of those films that which was like, oh god, this is R-rated as hell, but with a good story. But this one, I can see where they're going, but also as well, this film was originally meant to come out in 2018. And it took them 2 more years just to get it over the hurdle with like transactions with Fox and Disney and the pandemic as well. That's probably why it's out now, because they probably just went, sorry, this is the perfect time, Tenant's on, everyone's going to notice it, just chuck it in there. So it's out, so it's no more your problem. But people have seen it. So the cast is very hard to do, because it's the problem is it's not very detailed of like, oh, it's superheroes but they got a tragic back past and they're very 3-dimensional characters. No, they're very stereotypical from the start, and sort of stay at that stereotypical line forever. Yeah, then they do have those like, look in the past, what made me what I am, all badness and all that stuff, and but they don't change the characters through the movie. Also, can I just say, this movie is incredibly short. It's just over an hour and a half of a film, and I went to see Tenet, and that's 2.5 hours. That felt brilliant. I felt like this film was just missing so much. It would show me all this stuff, but it was just no what's the word I'm looking for? Feeling depth into it. It just felt like it's there. It was just there. But I did like some people in it. I definitely like Macy Williams, Blue Hunt, their roles as Daniela, and during the film, those are the two I liked together, and like their chemistry together and how they just played off each other. Very good, just young people chemistry type stuff. I liked it. It was good. Also, Charlie Heaton's character, I liked his for the sort of like one was like had that troubling past. Oh, this was the trouble of the film. It's like, okay, you're pushing it really good, and then it just stops, and it just shows you like that. Was it needed to properly present itself as something really more meatier, and I feel like that character could be like, ooh. I mean, same with the other ones, roles and stuff like that. They were all right, but they could have been excellent. There was no excuse to make this film really good, but it was just, it felt so lazy. I realise I'm ranting so much about it. It's not bad. It's not bad, but you could just see the potential in it. Especially two things in this film that should have been done better. There's a final like secret of a eureka moment in the film that you're given little hints here and there, but you work it out straight away from the start. So when they do reveal it, it's a bit like, yeah, we know. I'm not going to say what it is, because if you see the film, you know what it is. And also as well, in the final fight scene, is then all like the fighting's really good in it, but it's one of those fights where it's two different things. There's a physical, actual beat up the baddie ordeal, and a secondary sort of psychological fighting thing, and that was so bad. It was just so badly done, because it was trying from like, let's push and just, yeah, whatever, we're running out of budget for it. Once again, laziness. It's so lazy. Down or short every time you hear me say lazy. Lazy. Director is Josh Bone, and I wouldn't have mentioned this in general, but he also directed The Fault in Our Stars, which I'm like, okay, that's interesting, because there are bits in there where I'm like, oh, it's good little sentimental bits, because they do have like nice little chemistry, like get to know each other, because best button, he does that very well, but when there's progress into it, it's a bit, I think it's like I said from the start, it's so trying to be one thing, trying to be another thing, trying to be another thing, trying to be this thing, and they're just a bit like, okay, we're a bit of everything, and that's fine, but you need to blend it together, not smush it together, because if it's smush, you can see what it is, and it's not presented very well. And I just left this film going, don't know, I knew from the reviews and everything that this film wasn't good, it's just alright. I was there going like, I see what they mean. Yeah, I see what they mean. I don't think I've ever done this, but I generally want to do a spoiler review version of this. Spoiler thoughts and opinions. So comment down below if you want to hear a spoiler filled, just me going through the whole plot of the film. So my rating for this film, now it is got a lot of flaws in it. There are a few good bits in it, good little twinkles of it. Could have been excellent if they actually cared about it, but I'm going to go with the rating, and I think this is the first time I'm going to use it, is don't take it too seriously, and it's alright. Yeah, don't take it too seriously, it's alright. So, New Mutants, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Remember to comment and like and all that stuff, and until next time, Dankeschön. Whoopsh.